And
Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to our Thursday morning business chat. I'm your host this morning, Robin Blank Muscari, and we get together every Thursday morning to do and learn from each other about the business. And before I jump in, did any of you raise your hand or do something? Did you see the LifeWave Connect yesterday? Anyone? Unmute and say yes or no. Yes.
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 I think
Yes.
I think it was
Yes,
the best
I did.
the best training I think I've ever seen. And so I encourage everyone to go to LifeWave Business Builders Facebook group and watch it. And I've asked Liz to make it a YouTube so we can put it in our YouTube channel. It was brilliant. Sandra she's a very dear friend, and Meredith did an amazing job interviewing. It was exquisite. So before that's hot tip number one. And I've been sharing some of the things I've learned from Sandra recently on our calls about doing trade shows, because she's brilliant at it. And so this morning, this came from our call yesterday. What are you doing, honey? He keeps moving things around on me. So so yesterday on our director's call, we were talking about lifestyle and building the business around your life. And we have three of our directors that have volunteered to come on today to share a little bit about how they build LifeWave around their life. Most people, as you know, do this business part-time. And you can sneak it in the crevices in minutes here and there on phone calls between here and there to pick stuff up and do things, or you can put in time chunks, whatever fits for you. And we have the opportunity to create our dream lifestyle, but you get to choose how you do it. So we have three of our directors that have volunteered today. We're going to start out with Jen, and we're going to go to, I believe, is it Liz or Sunshower? I forget. Which one is it?
I wasn't there for that part of the
Okay.
call.
And then we're gonna end it up with the healthy networker, John. So what we want to do is start out and ask Jen Allen. You have a very full life. You have a regular job, and she's off to go meet some people and get them off to a good start. She's got a major influence in her business. She's got a therapy practice, and she fits LifeWave into her life in a magnificent way. So Jen, I'm going to turn things over to you, and I want you to look at the road while you're driving. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for that. My daughter, Catherine, is holding the phone. So, but I wrote up a quick 2 minutes to tell you. So for those who don't know, my life is filled with, I've got 4 daughters and 4 steps and 11 grandchildren, and they are all priority number 1, along with God in my life. But along with that, my friends and my work and spirituality are right there supporting it. So my work, I'm a licensed clinical therapist, and Monday through Wednesday, I see therapy clients, which is why I missed the talk yesterday, but I'll be looking at it on the video. I catch up a lot. And then Thursday through Sunday, I own a business. I'm president of a business that sells a skincare line, and don't need to go into that, but also LifeWave. LifeWave has become my 3rd major life work, really. And so what I wanted to tell you is, what do I do? How do I cope with that? So I wake up every day, I do affirmations, prayers, and then I look at my goals, what I've written either the night before or during that day, and I always speak my goal. What is my goal today? And so I'm opening up myself to working on not only LifeWave, but to all things that'll support my life. And I follow my intuition. So I want to just short story that I knew when I started on LifeWave that the energy patches were used by the Navy SEALs. So my intuition was, let Michael Jaco know. I had been listening to him for a long time, was a member of his club. So sure enough, a workshop appeared in Sarasota a year ago, and I went down to it and shared with Tracy Joe, his wife, because she was watching his table with the books while he was up front and everybody was around him. So that wouldn't have been an easy discussion then. So I shared with her and with him eventually, and they fell in love with the patches. So that's how Michael came on board with JC. And I'm available to them as I am to my children. If they call, I answer between clients on Monday through Friday, but any other time, I'm always there. So, and I wanted to just say, I always say yes. If something gets strong in me, I say yes to it. And there's a book by Alan Cohen that I'm suggesting for our team. It's called Joy is My Compass. And what it is about a rabbi who only did what brought him joy, and he was happy all the time. So that's that. And so I let go when I have a task. I say to myself, if I get nervous, oops, I'm in the wrong house. I'm in the house of fear. I want to move to the house of love. And that's something I learned years ago in seminary. And I've taught my children and my clients, stay in the house of love. Whenever you wander over into fear, I don't accomplish stuff out of the house of fear. So I stay in the house of love, and I try to laugh a lot. That kicks in your endorphins. I don't even try. I mean, it just comes. So that's it. And I'm helping people heal. That brings me joy, and that's enough. I think I've said enough. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But
So
that's where I am.
thank you, Jen. Oh my gosh. There were so many gems in there gems from Jen. So the way you start your day, you've got your priorities absolutely clear. What comes first? God and family are first, and then
Yep.
you've got your priorities, and you have a very full plate with several other businesses, and you've got a major influence on your team, and you know when to say yes. And that guidance of going by joy, I bought that book decades ago, just based on the title. I bought it just because of the title, and both of us know Alan. You know him much better than I do. Amazing book, and just a great guideline for life. When you pick your values and you choose your life based on what's most important, if you want more joy in your life, base your choices on joy, like Jennifer does. And then guess what kind of life you have? A life filled with joy. And so she's figured out how to weave all the things that are important into her very, very busy life. And Jen is in Connie's group, and everyone knows Connie. And Connie works, Lifeway part-time and made it to senior presidential. That's a clue for everybody. What do you really, really want? So that was.
And we should say with Barbara Lippincott too. I should add Barbara Lippincott. Thank you, Barbara, for patching me first.
Yes.
Connie
enrolled Barbara. Barbara enrolled Jennifer, and the rest is history. And all of our worlds have changed because of that. So we're so grateful to you. That was really, really wonderful. And I believe Sunshower, you're next. And let's see where you are.
So raise your hand.
Raise your hand so we can spotlight you, Sunshower.
Oh, I don't remember that you wanted me to talk today. Is John supposed to talk today?
Oh, well, John is. And was it Liz or Liz? I think I might have gotten.
And it was Anne Marie. I offered if you have time.
Okay, so let's go to Anne Marie. I apologize, you guys. This went so fast yesterday. So Anne Marie is a naturopath. She's got a very busy life, and she travels a lot. And so we want to hear from you, Anne Marie. How do you weave LifeWave into you have a bed and breakfast, you're a naturopath, you got a lot going on in your life. Would you please share with our audience how you weave LifeWave into your life?
Thank you. I'm happy to. It's a lot of fun. My husband Joe and I have had an active traditional B&B for 18 years. It started as a hobby, just kind of a fun thing. We love to cook, we love to entertain. So all of a sudden it built into quite a business. It's quite substantial income after 18 years. So now LifeWave comes along and I have to figure out how to juggle. So it's been a challenge, but it's also been a blessing. So I really look at the tasks that we need to do as a LifeWave business builder: prospecting, enrolling, following up phone calls. We all know what we're supposed to do. And I figure out which ones require a lot of quiet time with no interruptions, which things I can fit into 5-minute little segment breaks. Sometimes when I'm baking or cleaning, I'll put a replay on, which, you know, I don't try not to do too many replays. I try to watch everything live because I like to be current. I like to see what's new and what's happening, and be able to ask questions occasionally. So I don't do many replays. I don't like them in the stockpile of my, you know, inventory. So, but when I do miss a Zoom, I'll put that replay link right into my send myself a text message so that I can have those to watch, and I don't have to go futzing in the car looking for where that YouTube is, where that video was. I have it right there on my list, and I just click on it. It's my own text message, you know, to Anne Marie Dixon, and I just click on it. It's easy. Then I like the replay part. When you get interrupted, you just put it on pause, answer the phone call or somebody at the door, and then keep, you know, then put back on the playing again when they're done. So the enrolling part and the prospecting part with the phone calls, I make sure I have quiet time where I know nobody's going to be there. It's usually between 11 and 3 on a busy day and 6 and 9 at night. So that's when I'll schedule, you know, a more formal call of prospecting. I don't want any interruptions for that time. And I don't do that when I'm driving. I want to be, you know, thinking and focused, and be able to send a video if I want to while we're talking. So I can't do that driving. So some things I do though when I'm driving and running errands are just making quick follow-up, you know, contact or follow up on my brand partners and preferred customers, because we do like to stay connected. We've had lots and lots of training on staying connected and following up. So I'll use the car time for those little, you know, little bites of time, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, to do that. I know when my quiet time is at the B&B and at home, which is our home. So that's when I do more concentrated, focused calls. And I don't know, it just seems to work. I mean, I have to think of what's going to take 5 minutes, what's going to take 15, what needs quiet, what can be interrupted, you know. And I always have a replay, or if it's not a replay, it might be a network marketing training video from Live Younger Success. I have all those links in my personal text message, so I can just click on one if I want to listen to one again, or if Kay and I are training and I need to have that on the top of my head to talk about. So it works. You just, you know, you have to be self-disciplined, and you can't just sit around and drink your tea and watch the TV. It doesn't work.
There's no BV in TV, I heard. Well,
Exactly.
That there were so many gems in there. I hope everyone is listening and taking notes. What really touched me is you have a distinction between which calls you can do and not be 100% present, and which calls you give 100% of your presence. And and when you can fit in little things in the nooks and crannies, and when you time block to do other things. And I love that you take the link and send it to yourself so it's ready and available, that you can be folding your laundry or making the bed or making breakfast and be listening to something that you want to listen to. That is really, I hope everyone took notes on that. It is really, really valuable. I actually send myself messages all the time, and sending those links, fabulous, great idea. And you're able to, you've got a lot of moving parts going on there. And are you practicing as a naturopath at all? Do you have clients at this stage or no?
I do. I do it more part-time now. I had a huge 32-room, 5,000 square foot detox center near Dulles Airport when we lived in Virginia. So I've been that route, and I've had, you know, medical doctors working there and doing blood work and consults and all that. So I did it big time then, but now I'm just more toned back. I do dark field. I won't mention any more of that while we're on a recording, but if you all know what that is, or if you don't, you can text me and ask. But I know Robin likes dark field a lot, and that's my love. I've done that for 25 years. So yes, I take those appointments at home.
Okay, so you have your Airbnb, you have your natural.
It's actually a traditional B&B, so we have to do a lot of service, a lot more service and breakfast.
Okay, and breakfast. So we're talking, she never gets to sleep in, and she makes a lot of beds. She makes amazing breakfasts. So, and when you were going through some of your challenges, you just kept up with it. You're amazing. So I hope everyone is learning from these leaders on how they fit it into the nooks and crannies and also time block. So there's two different, what can you do while you're folding laundry and what can you do that you need 100% presence? That is a real gift. And I'm going to be adding more of those recordings so that they're ready at any time, because you never know when you're going to be waiting in line, waiting in traffic, waiting somewhere here or there, that you could be engaging in your, LifeWave University. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That was fabulous. And then we're going to finish it up with the Healthy Network here is going to add his treasures to the rest. And we're going to pin you, John. And so you're up on the screen and available
Okay.
for everyone to see the Healthy Networker, John Ward.
How you doing, everybody? I took notes. I mean, thank you, Anne Marie. I just learned a lot there. And I used some of that. But, years ago, families, and the same thing that Jennifer said, family's important to me, God's important to me. Family comes first in my life. And so when you have a business like this, you have to fit it in. And I've been in this field for 23 years now. And someone a long time ago said, do the business in 5-minute segments. And Anne Marie did a beautiful job explaining some things are 5 minutes, some are 15, and organizing it that way. And I've learned how to do that. And, I walk my daughter's dog every morning for 2 miles. So I'm gone for 6 miles. I'm gone for 2 hours, and I take my phone with me and I can answer Messenger. I can answer a text. So I can do it even while I'm out doing something that I enjoy. And that's the key with this. It's a lifestyle. You don't want to let the business consume you. Even though we get excited about this. I've been with LifeWave for 4 years, and these patches never let you down, and the stories never let you down and bring you to emotional tears. So I do that. Going to the gym is important to me. So I'll walk the dog in the morning, do some work, come home, maybe do a little more focused work for an hour. Then I eat, and I go to the gym. Same thing. I can sit there, I listen to my music, and if somebody pops in, I can hear it in my earbuds, and I can message them right then and there. The other thing that I'm doing with that, though, is I'm listening to people in the gym, and they become prospects. So whether you go to the grocery store, whether you go wherever you go, you just listen. And if you listen, someone will pique an interest that maybe would benefit from LifeWave. And the In Touch app, I use it 100%. If I'm going to send something to somebody, it's going through the In Touch app. That way I know exactly what they've done. I know what path I need to take. I know whether they're hot, cold, warm, whatever they are. I can then determine how much time I want to give them. And one of the things I expanded on that, Anne Marie, I really appreciate your ideas. Certain videos, I make them on my phone. They come up as an app. So you can actually put them on. So I have a group of LifeWave videos that if I'm with someone, I can just go there, boom, hit it, and it comes right up. If I'm sitting with someone, and I a lot of times just use the horses don't lie, because it just shows the power of the technology. So, don't be afraid, and the other thing I do is I document on social media. I let people see that even though I've been doing this for 23 years, I document. They see me out with the dog, they see me at the gym, they see me wherever, because it's important for them to see that you don't have to commit to letting it consume your life.
Whoa, beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
so we're all part-time.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, what I'm hearing from each one of you is you're all really clear on what's most important, and you have your priorities, and you're consistent in doing your self-care and what's most important. And, having those videos handy, fabulous. And what John said is always keeping your ears open, because there's prospects everywhere. When people say, "Oh, I've run out of people," you're not living, sorry, but you're not, let's say you don't have your ears open, because there's always opportunities. And you will hear when you listen to Sandra's story from the training on LifeWave Connect yesterday, you'll hear how she does it. But what John, you walk the dog, and when you walk the dog, you've got your phone. You can do quick things and fit them in the nooks and crannies. The follow-up, if someone pops in, you can send a message. You do your Facebook Lives, and you show people your lifestyle. People are really drawn to lifestyle. If you're showing that, I know that, we live in this magnificent place, and we have the freedom to, in the middle of the day, get up and take our bikes out, or go for a hike, or go play with the dogs. We take puppy breaks on a regular basis. That's a big part of our life. And you've got your dog walk every day. We thought we got dogs to get us out walking. It didn't quite work that well. Because they run around the yard a lot. And after a year of 3 dogs in the yard, we have a major cleanup job now that the snow is finally going. But John, you do a beautiful job of knowing what, again, like Anne Marie was saying, when do you need to have that focused attention, and what can you weave in those other places? And you go consistently to the gym, and people see you there consistently. And even though you may not interact, there's a familiarity that turns into a warm contact.
Right.
And so you're listening for where there are prospects. So you're taking care of yourself, you're helping your family out, and you're weaving your business in there in a way that's beautiful. And I love
always have a patch on.
yeah, you always got a patch on. For you ladies, I'm not going to spoil it, but Sandra does something that attracts people to her like crazy. That is so simple. You're going to, maybe I should tell you. She wears a patch where it's very visible on her hand or on her wrist, and she puts some bling on it. Because if people see a patch, they may think it's a smoke ending patch, or this patch or that patch, and they may not ask. But if there's some bling on it and makes it beautiful, people are like, "What's that?" And so there's all kinds of ways to.
You should try that, John.
No, I use the X39 sticker that they used to have.
Exactly, that sticker. Now we have bigger ones now. So I want to thank you, you guys. And I want to invite Liz on to share just a quick few minutes, because Liz has a lot going on also. So Liz, how do you work LifeWave into your life?
Well, it's interesting because of the fact 2 years ago, I had a medical condition that presented itself. And so it's made it so that I cannot get out nearly as much as I used to, and have had to find other ways of earning income. And one of them is by helping you all with our website and our YouTube videos and our recordings and etc. So I work at home now, and when I get bored with one thing or tired of it, I go do something else. And so the key for me is, when I'm out, as Robin has said, listening. And listening for opportunities, and they'll come along. You just have to be open to them. And a couple of days ago, I was very intense in working on a project and having some difficulties with it, and was ready to kill my computer.
Okay.
And my husband Buddy came in and right at the wrong time and said, "When are you ready to go to the gym?" And so I snapped at him and he said, "Well, even Robin takes time off to go to the gym." And so I said, "All right," and begrudgingly got up and, got up, got ready, went to the car and finally settled down and said, "I'm sorry, you're right." And so sometimes we have to admit when we're wrong. Not often, but we have to. And it's if people, as John said, if people see you and your lifestyle, being able to get out and do things. Robin had a friend or an acquaintance that had told her one time, well, if that's all you do, I don't want your lifestyle. And, lifestyle is key, whether you're healthy or whether you've got health challenges. If you've got health challenges, you can share stories with people about other people's health challenges and what's working, because stories tell and no, I get that backwards. Facts tell and stories sell. And the more stories that you can be able to share with people, and we've got some really cool things that we're going to be doing with that coming up very soon. So that's one of my projects on my to-do list.
All right. Well, Liz, as everyone knows, Liz is our rock, and she does so many different things. And listen to how she moves around from one thing to another, because we have that freedom and flexibility to do that. And she did take the time to go to the gym in the middle of the day. And right after this call, guess where I'm going? So, and you brought up something really, really valuable, because, and John said it too, I did have a friend years ago and I was working crazy. And she said, if being a leader, a diamond at the time in that company, requires a lifestyle you have, I don't want it. And that was a huge red flag for me that really helped me understand. And I invite each of you, and Gregory and I started creating some boundaries. We don't answer the phone when we're at dinner. We take Sundays off. You've got to give yourself some time, because people will take whatever time you have. There's always exceptions. I will do calls on Sunday if it's really important and that's the only time. But what Liz is doing is weaving all these things into her life beautifully. And you guys have no idea how many projects she's got going on, but you see the results from the amazing, Live Younger Success website. And G and Gregory are constantly working on some strategic things. And Judy, well, the three of them work together every single week and are constantly in never-ending improvement on our, Live Younger products and Live Younger Success site and all the other things, whether it's a tech service or the flyers, the webinars, that is amazing what she's handling. So she knows her priorities. And that's the theme for everyone. So thank you. And we are at the bottom of the hour.
Robin, need to, Robin, share your dental story real quick from the other day.
Okay, so I was listening to the Monday morning call. Well, I'm getting my teeth cleaned, and we go to the only biological dentist in town. And so getting an appointment's a very big deal. So that's the time that was available. And I asked the hygienist if she was open to listen to the call. And she said, sure. And so I put it on speakerphone. So she's cleaning my teeth. We're both listening to the call. And at the end of the call, she goes, Dr. Kinney needs to incorporate these for our patients, And so we're going to be doing a lot more focus on stories, a lot more focus and pictures. And so it just makes everything easier, because Liz said it, we had it in the newsletter. It was our Monday night call. Stories sell, information tells. And so anyone, if you have a quick question, we'll hang out for another 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. You guys were fabulous. There were so many nuggets and treasures that I'm going to incorporate, and I hope a lot of you are too. So anyone, Sunshower, you want to share something quick?
Thanks, everybody. Fabulous call. Unbelievable. John, how do you convert these replays to an app? What? I never heard of that.
Hey, Robin, it's
That's
Helen.
another time.
Yeah, I'll get you guys connected so you can learn, okay?
Oh, I have his number. Thanks.
Okay,
Yeah,
great,
there you go.
great.
Hey,
Anyone
Robin.
else yes?
Robin. Yeah,
Yes,
number one, Carol Lee, of course, would like to see photos of the bling, as would we all, I'm sure. But I wanted to
Okay,
give a
not-
quick little tip,
to
which
West
is
Crescent.
whenever I'm out with my family and friends, they already know, because I've already communicated that, hey, if a call comes, I work, but I don't have an office. I'm out on the lake in the kayak in the in the little Bay Area, but I have my phone. So I've already agreed if a phone call comes in, I get to be here, but I also might not be here for a bit as I take care of my business out on Carter Lake.
beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful. So everyone's got the same theme. That phone, you got your phone and your little pouch of patches, you're in business. And what Helen, what you said is when you're with someone and you let them know that, you know, my business is everywhere. And so if I get a business call, I may need to take a break from what we're doing. So you've prepared them ahead of time, which is beautiful. It's a very respectful thing to do. Okay, any other final
Where's
comments?
the, how do they see the bling?
Oh, the bling. How you see the bling? You got to watch LifeWave Connect.
From last night.
Go to LifeWave Business Builders and you will watch the replay. And then I've asked Liz to make it a YouTube because honestly, it was the best training I think I've ever seen. And it's because Sandra comes from this exquisite place of consciousness. She is so clear and you're going to get so many gems. And Sandra and I work together. We're on different teams. She's a presidential. I spend time coaching her. I learn from her a lot of things I've been sharing lately about stories, about putting the picture book together, about inviting people to the Monday morning call. Those are from Sandra. And so I was just ecstatic. I had to call her halfway through the call and saying, I'm halfway through. This is like amazing. You were spectacular. And Meredith did a brilliant job interviewing her. She's a fabulous interviewer. I'm a little picky about that. Anyone have any final comments?
I just wanted to say, I agree with you. It was wonderful. I love that call last night. And go to LifeWaver's Business Builders and you can watch it right there now if you want to.
Yeah, right
Yes.
now you can watch it. And
Get
Is
off
that
your
a
phone, get off your
website?
phone.
Is that a website or a YouTube video?
it's a
Facebook.
Facebook page. And if you're not on LifeWave Business Builders, it's the Facebook page for business builders in the
LifeWave
entire
Business
company.
Builders.
And you can always
Okay.
watch the LifeWave Connect because it's on Facebook Live. And I just, I mean, I can't, you get how excited I am. Any other final comments from anybody? All right. Well, you guys did a fabulous job. Thrilled. Thank you, leaders, for sharing your wisdom. And I'm going to make some tweaks and changes in my life because of the wisdom that I learned this morning. So we're so grateful that we get to learn together. Isn't it beautiful? All right.
Yes.
Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week and weekend. And we'll see you again on Monday. And unmute and say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Good
Thank you,
stuff.
thank you.
Great call. Wonderful
Great
call.
notes, everyone. Thank you.
What a great
Thanks,
call.
Rachel.
Great to
was
see
wonderful.
everyone.
So much information. Thank you, guys.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving.
Couldn't find my phone.
Thank you.
We are so blessed that you give
are.
to us all.
We are so blessed. So blessed.
Thank you for giving to the team.
Thank you, Jada. That was beautiful.
You know that was me.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Diane?
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.